north, stings the corner. You know it's coming. You still can't stop it.
Welcome back, everybody. It is Tuesday night. It is 8 o'clock, which means this is the presentation of the Lacrosse Rundown presented by our friends at Roan. We are so pumped to have them on board here in 2026 with our show, with us. We couldn't be more aligned with them, and we can't wait for them to also be a part of our live show that's coming up quick on February 5th. In Darien, Connecticut. It is coming soon. There are tickets flying off the shelves. It is a maximum capacity event. So if you haven't already, go and get your tickets before they are sold out. We cannot wait to bring this live show to you guys for the very first time with some special guests. More on that in a little bit. But it's Tuesday night and we are here with our favorite people. Let's go, Jay.
I'm fired up, Charlotte. You mentioned the special guests. I think tonight's a good night to reveal one of those guests, and we're going to hear from her coming up in a little bit. But so excited. Great response to the first episode of 2026. Thank you so much for being a part of the Lacrosse Rundown community. And this year, as Charlotte mentioned, presented by Roan, performance-driven apparel made by and for those in pursuit of progress, which is perfect for the Lacrosse Rundown because we are pursuing progress each and every day. And one person who exemplifies that, Kaylee Waters, and she's a Darien native like I am, Charlotte. We are so fired up to talk to her tonight on the Lacrosse Rundown.
She's a national champion from North Carolina. She is a Team USA gold medalist from 2022, and she was just recently named to Team USA for this summer's World Cup. 4 years later, she is again playing as the goalkeeper for Team USA, and I couldn't be more excited to be her teammate again and to have her on the show with us, for her to take time out of her busy schedule to join us to talk to you guys about so much from her experiences, insight. But if you guys have a question that you want Kaylee to answer, drop it in the chat. Make sure that you use the chat feature. We look at it every single time, and we appreciate your guys' engagement. It means so much to us. But let's welcome Kaylee in, one of the greatest goalkeepers of all time. Let's go.
We are so excited to welcome one of my favorite people on planet Earth to the Lacrosse Rundown, Kaylee Waters. Charlotte, we go back further than you and Kaylee. Kaylee and I grew up together in Darien, Connecticut. I remember watching her play flag football with my brother. It had to be in like second or third grade, and thinking, oh my gosh, this girl is an incredible athlete. And she chose the sport of lacrosse for the betterment of the sport, and has continued to be a pioneer. Kaylee, thank you for joining us. And when you think about your lacrosse journey and you go back to, the days of playing at Darien High School or at North Carolina, and I told you in the year 2026, you're going to be on Team USA, you're going to be playing professionally in the Women's Lacrosse League, what would you think of that?
Oh my gosh. Well, Jay, first, thanks for the intro. I don't think many people know, I remember you on the basketball court as much as you
oh gosh, let's not talk about that.
Oh no.
And we do go way back. Jay's a grade older than me, and I've seen him at his roots doing this.
Can we get some highlights of him on the court?
We should.
What do you remember?
Low lights.
It's so incredible, Jay, to be experiencing this week with you. And I just love how much passion you've brought to this, and our lives keep going together.
You can't get rid of me, Kaylee. That's why you can't get rid of me. I keep dragging you back.
That's not true. I've never tried to, Jay.
That's what I say to Kaylee. She can't get rid of me. I just pop up everywhere.
That's true. All right. Wow. If you were to tell me back in high school, 2026, I don't even know if I could even think of that year in my head. I mean, I really enjoyed high school, and there's just so much fun to it of playing lacrosse. We were high level. We weren't even as high level as Darien High School is now. So kudos, Darien. Thanks for taking down all those Long Island teams that we got demolished by. But there's just so much going on in terms of sports and life, where if you were to tell me this from now, I'd be on board. I think that my younger self would be like, hell yeah, that's something I want to do. So yeah, I remember feeling like I wanted to be the best and didn't know what was out there for women's lacrosse at the time. All I knew was my goal was college. And, I think my timeline, I've been thankful for how it's unfolded. I've been able to be part of that opportunity. But yeah, I'd say, sure, let's freaking do that, Jay.
Let's go, Kaylee. Fire me up. You're one of the best teammates, if not the best teammate. And that's not just me saying that. Everybody says that because you are just so compassionate. You're so caring. You're such a loyal friend. And you're an amazing goalie as well. And the best person to have in a locker room, hands down. So give us a little insight. Obviously, we play on different WLL teams. You're the goalie for the Maryland Charm. But looking back, a year ago to Champ Series and the first ever WLL event, and you had an unbelievable run with your team and individually. Obviously, you're pretty much impossible to score against. And now looking ahead to what's to come this year, a full schedule in the summer, and then again, Championship Series. What excites you the most about what's coming up and where you guys have been?
Yeah, I mean, last year was exciting because we really didn't know what to expect, kind of thing. And I got a true professional experience. Like, that's what I dreamed of. And now, what I look forward to is that we get to continue to do that. It wasn't just like a one and done. Like being part of last year, I felt like the way the PLWL operated, we were all so bought in. So that's what excites me about this year is like, it's just another step, and we're going to just keep going and going. That it's, like you said, it's not just a one and done. And there's so much good lacrosse out there, and the venue and the fans, the way we can all just be together and just like feel this sport for what it is, like that competitiveness. Now that we're out of college, and it's been a lot of years for me now, but it's like, we don't get that. We got to bring it on our own when we go to the field by ourselves, or in little moments of pickleball or cards or Catan, and so what I love
Mario Kart.
Yeah, it's like we get this arena to just like bring all of us, and come together and just play at such a high level. Like, it's really an insane level. I try not to get distracted by just watching and being amazed by it.
What has kept that fire burning for you, Kaylee? Because you mentioned it's almost been a decade since you played for North Carolina and won a championship with them in 2016. And what kept you going to that field, keeping sharp as an individual player, hoping that these opportunities like playing for Team USA and playing in the WLL one day would come?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, in one way, lacrosse is my world and my identity. In another way, I don't feel attached to that. And what's kept me going is I can't imagine not having it. Like, it's never popped up in my brain to stop. Like, there's just something in me that just, it's the sport and what it pulls from me. And, each time I have these experiences, I feel like I'm inspired in a different way by the sport. And maybe that's what keeps me going. And so it really fulfills me, whether it's like even just the first original pro leagues that had existed before, like WPLL or AU, those were all different experiences with the sport that gave me something. And then, teammates along the way, and being able to play with, women who are older than me and have had different experiences with the sport, with the US team, not being in a pro league, and then playing with players who I watch on TV, and I just like love what they bring to the sport. And so I just feel so fortunate that through all of this, each of my experiences with lacrosse have been different. Like, at the core, there's just this like pure love, but I am inspired in different ways. I've been so fortunate to be coached by, my former coach, Jenny, with the US team. And then, also meeting Acacia and being coached by her and all the other coaches that come with it. And once playing with Devin and Kayla to now being coached by them. So it just keeps getting so intertwined, and I love it.
That's so awesome. You've had such an unbelievable career so far, and you just keep going and keep dominating. One thing that I often think about in the world of women's sports in particular is longevity and being able to maintain what you're doing at such a high level for so long. And you're the epitome of that in terms of how you prioritize yourself and your training and your preparation and also your recovery. And all the different things that you're doing proactively to help yourself perform and to be able to do so over a long period of time. And then the ups and downs of like you look at just 1 year and the schedule of 1 year and how you're able to handle all the different trainings that are spread out, or the high seasons and then the low seasons and all of those things. How are you able to do that? And what makes you feel like you can prioritize recovery? What works for you?
Yeah. So it's kind of two parts. Both are mental. And the first piece is that I had to evolve in how I train, just recognizing that even though I still feel like I'm 30, but I don't feel, my body doesn't feel any different. Like, yeah, maybe I get sore sooner, etc. But like in terms of where my mind is at and what I can do playing the sport of lacrosse, like that hasn't changed. Like I still have, big aspirations of what I can accomplish as a lacrosse goalie. So like, luckily my mind is still there, but mentally it has been challenging because, I get, my lower back gets sore since my senior year of college, and trying to figure out and navigate in this world outside of college, what works and what doesn't work. And it's like before a game, does dry needling work? Cupping. How do I find a doctor where I live? You move locations. And so that's challenging, right? And then also you play sporadically with the US stuff. And what's been sweet is that, now we have the Sixes team that comes on. So that's a training camp to prepare for. Now we get the WLL and you get the Champ Series. So things aren't like every 6 months anymore. And that's a dream for me. I'm like, I just get to tell people I am a professional lacrosse player now. That's what I do for a living. And, but it definitely took some adjustment of recognizing, hey, I don't need to be training the same exact way that I trained 6 years ago. That's actually not going to get me where I am. I've learned to listen to my body a lot. I thought I had to be doing these hardcore CrossFit workouts and this or that. And I would just get sore. And then I'd show up to lacrosse and I just felt like I wasn't moving instinctually. And so that was one part that's like, oh, do I still have it kind of thing? Like, yeah, I did have a little hiccup before in that. But I've just been so fortunate of the people I've met in the lacrosse world and, just being able to talk through things and continue to try new things and feel like, okay, I found my groove of, I know what works for me and my body, right? Like ice bathing, sauna, highly recommend those.
Love it.
People. And kind of changing the style of how I play.
Kaylee, I want to go into Team USA and do some quick hitters here and have some fun with it. Let's put up the latest Team USA roster, by the way. Between last Lacrosse Rundown and this week's Lacrosse Rundown, the Team USA roster was announced for this summer's team. Shout out, got it. Charlotte's gonna say, Jay, you're maxed out of your Darien shout outs, but both Team USA goalies are Darien High School products. You and Shea Dolce, which I just find so incredible. All the amazing goalies in the entire country, and the only two picked are you and Shea. So I want to start there. What's your relationship with Shea like? Obviously, separated in class and separated in where you went to school, BC and UNC, and in age, but have that blue wave tie.
Yeah. I mean, shout out Shea. I tell her this often, but I remember the first ever lesson that I gave with her when she was in 7th grade.
Crazy.
And what I remember so vividly about that is at that age, you're usually teaching the foundations and you're usually trying to fix these bad habits, and it takes a lot of time. And I met Shea. She had the mechanics, her body moved well. She understood the positioning of being a goalie. And so I'm like, we get to just level up right here. Like I get to just challenge her right off the bat, as a 7th grade goalie, because she's kind of got it down. So let's push her a little bit. And that's what I love about the lesson. She's always just, every time from then when I've just played lacrosse and trained with Shea, it's like she's got a smile on her face. Like it just, it feels good to be around Shea. Like we get it. We're both goalies. And, from that moment when I met her, I thought yeah, she's going to be on the USA stage one day. And then, it wasn't until later I'm like, that would be cool, and here it is that's happening. And
it's so amazing.
first time we got to play together, it was surreal, and I'm amazed watching her. What I love is like, I get to learn from her now. And we definitely, what's great is like, we help each other out, we play different styles, but we understand, what things work for each other and how to learn from each other.
I'm curious because everybody on Team USA has been like the best player on the field their whole career, right? And now they come together and it's all these alphas. To you, who's the vocalist leader of all the vocal leaders when you get to Team USA camp? Like, who's the voice that you hear the most when you're on that field?
All right. Well, I'm trying to think when I shut my mouth.
Charlotte, would you say Kaylee?
The best feeling is hearing Kaylee cheer you on from the cage, whether we're in stick work, whether we're getting water, whether we're walking off the bus to go to our hotel beds to sleep. Just literally is the best voice, the best.
Hey, you're right there with me. So I didn't get to finish my answer. No, I'm not always the one that's chatty, but I think there are different types of vocal leaders out there. I just happen to be loud and gregarious, and I got some teammates who are great and egg me on, Charlotte North. so they feed into that. But
Kaylee, do you turn that on? Because I'm just like when you get onto the field, because like in this interview, you're so in control, calm, thinking exactly. But I feel like, I've seen you turn that corner, and I've heard about it, with these famous locker room speeches. Like during the 2022 UNC run, I heard, you turn that game around. Like, does that just click and all of a sudden you turn into this, different personality who just is able to wake up a whole team?
I don't know what it is. It's just, it's time and really feeling so present and this just like strong belief of what we're doing here. And that when I think back to those moments, I think about like in those moments, there's nowhere else I'd want to be. I just feel so fortunate to be in that space and that opportunity. Like I love competing. So yeah, that's why it's like we're in a championship game, and it just something about the sport and the relationships I make with people, the coaches and the players, like it just allows my heart to like somehow that space, you just like can put my heart out there and not be afraid and speak up like that. And so even when it's just a USA training camp and, I've been doing it for years, but I remember I still get excited when I get the call that I get invited, whether it's a final roster or just like a training camp for 3 days. And so, especially when I step on the field, that's when it comes out and my teammates are there. And because, we wait a while for this, and you can either be filled with like anxiousness and scared, but somehow something like has shifted and I just feel so free and fearless out there. And so that's what it is of like, I'm just soaking all this in, and there's so much joy that you can have in the little things before even the game starts, so that's kind of where it comes from.
When she puts the sweatbands on, it's just
that's it.
It really feels like she No, but seriously, like I couldn't agree more. It's just like you feel so much joy and like your heart is exploding in so many different ways when you're around people like yourself and your teammates. Like that opportunity to participate in team sports at such a high level, whether literally, like you said, you couldn't have said it better. Like if it's a training camp or you get the call that you made the final roster, or you're at a team dinner or you're wherever you are, like even on the bus on the way to the airport after a long day, whatever it is, like it literally just fills your heart up and it fills your cup up, fills your soul up, and it makes you just feel alive inside.
Like where else in life? You get to just be around your teammates for 3 straight days. You wake up, you eat breakfast with them. You go on a bus and listen to music. It's like what kind? It's just such an amazing life and you build like the culture
around, the coaching staff builds such a unique culture where you're able to build those relationships with your teammates. They set up the environment to allow you to build the trust in the relationships that allow you to be yourself. And that's what makes teams so special, is everybody's different, but when you come together, it's just so much fun.
I did hear, Kaylee, that you got a pretty bad draw for a roommate assignment this past Team USA camp.
Oh, you're going to ask me about this on camera, Jay?
No. So Charlotte,
careful
and Kaylee,
what you say.
You got teamed up. I mean, first of all, does Charlotte snore? That's what I want to know.
No. She's a sweet, cute little sleeper, that girl, when I wake her up.
She gets her 10 hours.
Not 10 hours. That's for sure.
No, we had some pillow talk.
You know how much we can talk?
I love sleepovers. Like, it's fun. So, Charlotte, surprisingly, there were no pranks. I thought she was going to prank me, or her and I were going to.
This is the prank. It was a long, setup, but
I will always get you when you least expect it, Kaylee. Don't you worry.
No, I think we just really enjoyed our quality time. Just getting some one-on-one
facts.
Relaxed, play video games, watch TV, talk sports.
Ate a lot of snacks.
Yeah, ate a lot of snacks, and then had our pillow talk.
Yeah.
My last one for Team USA is, and as it pertains to Charlotte, talk us through, because you've got such a unique perspective on how you even begin to attempt to stop a Charlotte North flamethrower.
I want more of them. How do I stop it? I don't know. I try my hardest to find when the ball releases. That's the hardest part to recognize when it releases, then also hope that I'm fast enough to get there.
Kaylee makes her fair share of saves.
But I love it. Charlotte is the best of the best and has the hardest shot I've ever seen. So I'm like, that's what I want to see. I want to be. She's helping me get better the more I can see her shots.
Kaylee's a dog. If you go back to pro practices the past few years, she will be the first to request Ring of Fire, which is a goalie drill where everyone lines up around the arc of the 8 meter with a ball, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It is Ring of Fire. You are going at a fast rate, and you are firing off these shots on these goalies, and Kaylee loves it. And I can't seem to figure out why, but she literally will make 80% stops when there's like 20, 30 shots coming at her. It's crazy. It is honestly bananas. If you're a goalie watching this, if you've ever done so, participated in the Ring of Fire, just let us know, because you're brave. You are brave.
You gotta give it a try. No, it just puts you in that element of competition and quickness, and you get hit with a shot and you got to move on. That's something that's crazy about me, but that fires me up when I get hit with a shot. I'm like, let's go. I'm here. Like, yeah.
Feel alive.
Try me. Yeah, I feel alive. Like, I'm okay.
I wanted to finish with this, Kaylee. We are so excited to have you in our hometown of Darien, Connecticut on February 5th, joining us for our first ever live lacrosse rundown at the DCA right here in town. So excited to kind of bring you home to the place where it all started and help preview what is just going to be such a special year for the sport of women's lacrosse in 2026. I will try to not, wax too much poetic about, the full circle of us coming back together in Darien.
I'll keep us on our timeline.
But we are so excited to have you. And if you haven't bought your ticket already, there's going to be a link in the comments below. But so excited to have you on the 5th, and we'll be here before we know it.
Breaking news, our first guest that we have revealed of the live show. And a lot of people have gotten tickets, so it is there is a max capacity. So if you haven't, make sure you get your tickets. If you want to see the great Kaylee Waters up on stage talking about college lacrosse, pro lacrosse, international lacrosse, and everything else that comes with the bundle of fun that is Kaylee Waters.
Thank you, guys.
I promise there will be no roommate questions during the live show. I've got those all out of my system.
She's like, somebody get me a new roommate, quick.
Oh my God. Yeah, Charlotte and I will be roommates.
Yeah!
Oh, seriously, Jay, Charlotte, thank you all. brought me on. What a special treat in my day.
You're the best. Oh, wait, one more question. Way too early prediction for the 2026 championship weekend. Final four. Give us your way
putting her on the
too
spot. Putting her on the
All right.
spot.
before you go, because we got 2 weeks until the college season starts, and we need to know your way
right.
too early Final
I
Four
gotta
prediction.
Turn my brain on.
She's going to put her Tar Heels in there. We know
Okay.
that.
Yeah, that's a given.
That's fair. They're
Yeah, I got-
preseason number one. That's fair.
Tar Heels, Boston College, Northwestern.
Okay, so the big three.
Yeah, and then
Who's going to be that fourth? Could it be your former coaching staff of Virginia? Is UVA going to get over the hump?
it could be. I want
Could
to
it-
see that happen.
Could it be an Ivy Leaguer,
I
a
don't know.
Patriot Leaguer?
I think it's going to be an Ivy Leaguer. I
Okay.
say that every year, so I'm just going to keep saying that.
So does Jay.
Well, you're in good company.
Really?
Yes, you're in good company.
No, I do too. Hey, I'm on the Princeton wave this year. I think they could. I think they
Well,
could. do
Charlotte's
something
also drinking the Patriot League Kool-Aid at a record clip. I
Yeah,
feel like
no,
she's
I
going to
am.
be shouting out the Patriot League this year a bunch.
I
Yeah.
don't know. It's Navy or Army's year. I don't know.
Yeah, Bridget Duffy, Michelle.
I
I've
don't know.
I used to coach at Army, so I've seen the seniors.
It's
They
true.
were freshmen. They've got
That's true.
something in there.
Okay, so we're putting you on the spot. Who's the
right.
fourth team going to be? I'm going to refocus
nice.
us here.
All right, I'm gonna say. I'm really thinking about this.
This is a big reveal here.
And this
Yeah,
could be
good.
a clip come May. Just you
Right.
wait.
Yep, that's
Right, I know.
You wait.
Just don't really know anything about the preseason stuff, so I'm trying to think.
No, you do. You do. You were a college coach for many years.
That's true. That's true. Every year's different. All right, let's go with Yale.
Oh.
Whoa! Fighting
Okay.
Erica Bamfords. I'll get on board with that.
Former Tar
Okay.
Heel.
Okay.
You know, I think she's got a really strong coaching staff that's been together for a while, and it's a matter of time.
If that
Okay.
happens, that clip is going to resurface
Okay.
Memorial Day weekend.
Loyal to
All
the Ivies, punching their ticket. All right. See you in
Kaylee.
Chicago.
Yes, and thank you so much for joining us. You're the best.
You rock,
See you on.
Kelly.
Thanks.
See you soon. What an unbelievable time having Team USA goalkeeper, WLL Maryland Charm goalkeeper, Caylee Waters on the show. She is truly just one of the best people, period, but one of the best teammates. I'll say it a million times until my face is black and blue. She is truly not only one of the best talents, but just to be around her in a locker room is once in a lifetime. So if you guys you have not been familiar with her game, now you are. You've got to watch her play. She truly is one of the best at the position, and I can't wait to see what she does this upcoming year. Can't wait to be her teammate, but can't thank her enough for coming on.
And more than anything, Charlotte, she's been at the forefront of the progress made over the last decade. When you think about her as a college player, winning a championship in 2016 for Carolina, helping build that foundation to now the dynasty that is this Tar Heels program, to what she's done, Team USA. I'll always remember her getting emotional last season during the WLL Champ Series. And I just think she's such a great ambassador for the sport and awesome insight. Once again, little mellower on a Tuesday night than I thought we would get from Caylee Waters, but awesome nonetheless, and fantastic. Can't wait to have her on the 5th during our live event.
Yes, so it has been revealed, our first guest. Many more to come, so I hope you guys are excited. Don't forget, go get your tickets now before it is too late. We hope to have you guys there in person. If you're near the Fairfield County area, if you are a couple hours away, hop in that car and come visit us at the live show. Hopefully it is the first of many, but it is going to be so exciting. And we can't wait to meet you guys in person and have some fun up on the stage for this awesome live show. But what a Tuesday night. What a guest. What an awesome episode. Thank you guys for joining us as always. You're the reason we are able to do this. And of course, from our friends at Roan, we can't thank them enough as well. Always for being the partner for our show in 2026. And we can't wait for more. So we're just about 2 weeks away from the college season and Champ Series coming up right after that. So we got a lot coming up. We can't wait to bring you guys all the fun news and content in the lacrosse space. But until next week, hope you guys have a good one.
Bang.